Thanks, Aaron. What you just saw is the worker experience. But that experience only works if the infrastructure behind it holds up. And if you're running a global organization, this section is for you. And you're likely wondering, how does this integrate with what I already have? How does it scale? How does it stay governed and compliant? I'm Clark Hoy, Head of Implementation at Deel, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about. Because of your size, past investments, and operations, it's extremely hard to simply pivot and adopt an entirely new technology stack overnight. This is why Deel is built with modularity at its core. We understand that your organization needs to adopt new capabilities step by step. So we let you seamlessly integrate the specific tools you need when you need them, modernizing your global workforce management without sacrificing stability or control. Enterprises typically start where the pain is biggest, prove value fast, and then scale. Some customers start with hiring EOR or contractors so they can enter new markets quickly, hire urgent talent, or keep teams in place without opening or maintaining entities. Most large organizations start with payroll because it's where global fragmentation hurts the most. Multiple payroll vendors, hundreds of local workflows, far too many spreadsheets and manual inputs, and goodness knows how many handoffs. And since labor accounts for 60–70% of operational spend, fragmented payroll isn't just an administrative headache, it's a huge strategic blind spot. This results in being able to view accurate payroll data only after the month end, when it's too late to adjust hiring, budgets, or talent plans. Now, imagine for a moment that you don't have to wait until the month closes, and that HR and payroll run on the same real-time backbone. Something transformational happens. You finally gain live visibility into your largest cost center, your workforce. And that's exactly what happens on Deel. We consolidate all your payroll onto one engine or platform. This engine is the single data layer that standardizes and unifies all your global operations. And because we integrate deeply with the systems you already use, you don't even have to replace your HRIS or your ERP. Deel just plugs into it. Your HCM stays the system of record. Deel becomes the layer that makes payroll work worldwide. You get a real-time global view of headcount, compensation, benefit, taxes, overtime, and workforce trends. Because of our deep integrations and wholly owned infrastructure, the enterprise path isn't all or nothing with Deel. It starts anywhere. It integrates easily and expands when you're ready. Deel standardizes unstructured payroll data across countries and vendors, eliminating the months and months of mapping and data modeling to make sure you get a single, unified layer of visibility. We've expanded our enterprise integrations across the systems you already run: Workday, SAP, UKG, NetSuite, and many, many more. Deel is even a certified Workday partner. Data flows bidirectionally. Lifecycle changes sync from Workday into Deel for processing. And then payroll actually flows back into Workday, ensuring that Workday remains your source of truth. And here's why that matters in the real world. Bearings, a global financial services firm, had payroll split across fragmented vendors. They couldn't get a true global cost picture back into Workday. Bearings consolidated legacy platforms into a unified global payroll layer by partnering with Deel and Workday. For the first time, actual employment costs like taxes, pensions, and benefits flowed back into Workday automatically. Bearings got the best of both worlds. Global payroll insights across their entire workforce, all within their HCM, Workday. And NetSuite is another system we've invested into heavily. In fact, recent engineering updates have made the integration much smoother, including automated vendor bills, invoice syncing, and reconciliation. In fact, if you're a finance-heavy enterprise running NetSuite, Deel slots right into that model. And sure, if you need something custom, you're not blocked. Deel has open APIs, so your teams can automate workflows, build your own connections, and extend Deel inside your broader workforce infrastructure. In short, Deel is your universal global connector. We make your core systems smarter. Now, if integrations are the foundation, the roof is governance. You need assurance that Deel's innovation operates within your risk profile. Most global enterprises operate payroll across countries, vendors, and systems, resulting in governance gaps. Internal audits can't get a single answer to who made changes, are controls consistent, is payroll SOX aligned? By consolidating your 20 vendors and hundreds of local workflows under one platform, you get one global approval chain, one consistent control framework, one audit trail, one governance model. And this is the difference between running payroll and governing payroll. We provide the controls you require. Multi-entity visibility, audit trails, policy workflows, and this governance extends directly to the AI workforce you saw at the beginning. Our AI agents are not basic run-of-the-mill chatbots. They are governed by your enterprise rules. You have the final say on the guardrails. Take the financial guardrail example. The AI agent is only permitted to approve compensation changes up to 5% above the geo-based range and requires 2-level human approval for all roles in high-risk tax jurisdictions. As another example, take the operational guardrail. The AI agent can only initiate the onboarding IT readiness tasks after the contract has been signed, and the cost center is validated against the ERP system via the integration. This is the next generation of control. You get the intelligence of AI with the rigor of your existing enterprise governance. And look, even with a unified platform, airtight controls, and AI that operates fully within your governance model, we know there is still one thing global enterprises can't solve with software alone: the rollout. For organizations at scale, the real risk is rarely the technology. It's the operational lift required to deploy across the dozens of stakeholders, systems, and countries. And that's why we built a specialized enterprise ops function led by someone who has personally overseen some of the world's largest payroll transformations. And to take you deeper into the how, I'd love to introduce you to our COO, Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan, COO at Deel. Like Clark just said, your hardest problem is rarely the product, it's the rollout. Enterprise rollouts have a way of exposing every crack in a global payroll operation. You've got to align stakeholders, migrate messy legacy data, integrate HRIS and finance systems, and hit go-live dates without creating compliance risk. This is the reality of an enterprise payroll implementation. Luckily, we have more than 20 years of enterprise experience gained through our payroll acquisitions. And we've helped thousands of enterprise clients manage complex global payroll and hiring. Paired with our in-house team of over 2,000 payroll, HR, and legal experts, you get the operational depth needed to keep your implementations on track. Now we're taking that support even further. We've created a team called Enterprise Operations. It's a dedicated cross-functional support and governance layer for large organizations. Every enterprise customer now gets a dedicated enterprise operations manager in your time zone. This is an expert that owns the partnership end-to-end and knows your history. You'll also get a guaranteed operational SLA for timeliness, compliance, and accuracy. And finally, you get a C-level sponsor from Deel, like me or Alex, assigned to your account for fast escalation and strategic alignment. This model is designed so you don't have to project manage 5 teams across 2 companies. Your enterprise operations manager does that for you, so you and your team can stay focused on strategy, not firefighting. I'm excited for you to experience this new team and see how we're making your rollout process simpler and more successful.